Hello everybody and welcome back to Ms. Pac Man Maze Madness. We're going to tackle the time trial in Temple of Dots. So another interesting Pac-Man fact says the game wasn't expected to be a hit. The first ever Pac-Man machine, then called Pac Man, was installed in a Tokyo movie theater on May 22, 1980. As Iwatani and his team had hoped, the game was popular with women and the very young, but seasoned gamers who were used to the intensity of shooting games were initially nonplussed. Well, not every game is going to be a hit. Sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. But the only way to find out is to try. It was one of the most successful arcade games of all time, yet its creator didn't get rich from it. Well, that's kinda sad. Selling 350,000 arcade machines within 18 months, generating millions in profits, and yet more revenue from merchandising was an international phenomenon. But Iwatani, like many designers and programmers working in Japan at the time, including Space Invaders creator Tomohiro Nishikado, didn't directly profit from all of that success. And I apologize if I butchered those names. The truth of the matter is, there were no rewards per se for the success of Pac-Man, Nishikado said in 1987. I was just an employee. There was no change in my salary, no bonus, no official citation of any kind. That's really sad and unfortunate. It's also the cold hard truth as far as most regular 9-to-5 jobs too. But as long as he's happy with his work, that's all that matters. Anyway, I'll get back to you guys as soon as I finish this time trial. Six seconds to spare. Okay, we're gonna head back into Temple of Dots once again, but this time we're gonna get all the Pac Dots and all the fruits. Another interesting Pac-Man fact says it's still insidiously addictive. Ain't that the truth? To celebrate Pac-Man's 30th birthday back in 2010, Google placed a playable version of the game on its homepage. Honestly, I think I remember seeing that back then. I just never really paid attention to it that much, I guess. to a report issued by a time management company, the game's brief appearance managed to rob the world of around 4.8 million working hours. Google's first ever playable doodle, the search engine's anniversary version of Pac Man, can still be played today. Wow. Each of the ghosts that appear in Pac Man has both a Japanese and English personality. In English, we know them as Inky, Blinky, Clyde, and Pinky. In Japanese, they're known as Fickle, Chaser, Stupid, and Ambusher. Oh my gosh, wow. Fans of the game spent over $1 billion in quarters within the first 15 months of the game's release. With Pac Man arcades being placed all over America, the phenomenon of the game was sparked. Kids were more than happy to spend their saved quarters on the game. And the best part is, kids back then actually wanted to spend their hard-earned money on something really enjoyable, versus nowadays, most kids just want the latest iPhone or whatever's new. I don't know. I don't keep track of the latest trends or whatever society's doing right now. I don't even watch the news anymore. Anything crazy going on in the world, I usually only hear about it from other people. Plus, most of the time, whatever they do show on the news is always something bad. Very rarely have I ever seen anything come up on the news that was good. Canned Pac Man pasta came out in the early 1980s and was very popular. Pac Man pasta was a product created by Chef Boyardee. It consisted of spaghetti in the shape of the characters. 3 unique flavors were available, including cheese, golden chicken, and mini meatballs. I wish I could have tried some. That actually sounds really good now. Unfortunately, I don't think they make it anymore. I looked it up, and I guess it came out in 1986. The popularity of the game concerned both parents and psychologists. The more kids wanted to spend their money on the game, the more parents became concerned about whether or not the game was healthy for children. There were even news publications at the time calling the game a quote-unquote new addiction for young people. Psychologists were also very interested in the mental effect of the game on teens. But the thing is, you can get addicted to anything that's fun and time-consuming. Those of us who have been long-time gamers know that if you get into a game, time loses all meaning, especially because you're so focused on what game you're playing and you lose track of time. Just like the saying goes, time goes faster when you're having fun. But the only time I would consider gaming to become an addiction is when you're neglecting your basic needs and responsibilities. Then gaming becomes a problem. The pellets in the game are actually cookies. Wow, really? The first version of the Pac Dots was meant to be cookies. Newer versions of the game has squares or yellow dots that don't really resemble cookies. Well, back in the day, you kinda had to use your imagination for things, simply because games back then barely resembled what they were supposed to be, so you kinda just had to name them on your own. Whoever drew those made it very artsy. $100,000 Pac Man arcades were sold in just over a year of the release. With Pac Man becoming so popular in the USA, the sale of arcade machines skyrocketed. Well, one thing's for sure, whenever Toru Iwatani passes away, he'll be remembered as a legend. It's also one of those games where even people nowadays could get into it. Even if you've never played Pac Man before in your life, it's never too late to start. I can't really think of anything else to talk about right now, so if I go quiet, I apologize. Okay, we got all the fruits. Let's get the rest of the pack dots and get out of here. Alright, that'll be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!